You turned toward me and looked so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for a suit coat and a tie. It's dark out. And underneath the rows of trees, I will see you where the ocean meets the sky.
What is up, guys? Levi Peterson here, back at it with another video. It's Friday. It's the 5th of July. 4th of July was yesterday. That was such a fun day. Got to watch some fireworks and some derby cars and just lots of fun things just went on and stunts and everything. Today, I'm going to kind of give you a really quick update on my saltwater tank. I've had it up and running since Wednesday. As I said in my video, I used the sump refugium. Now that thing has cleaned my tank so well, I do need to fill the sump back up. It's a little bit below the water level, but that's going good. I add some coralline to it, some rock with some coralline on it. So hopefully that'll help give a little extra boost. You want to wait for like 30 days until you add fish. And some people wait a few weeks or like up to like at least 3 weeks until I start adding hermit crabs and get the cleanup crew going. And we'll have more on that later on. But today, I am going to do a solo video on my 29-gallon Brackish aquarium. You can see we have flounders in here, a glassfish left, and night gobies. I had 13 bumblebee gobies in here. Added the night gobies, and that did not go over so well. The night gobies just chowed down on the bumblebee gobies. And life happens, it's the circle of life. So I wasn't really worried about it. And then we have a glassfish in there. We had 6 at one point, but they all got ick, and I was just not very happy at all, guys. I was actually pretty upset. They all died. I tried to give them full salt baths in there, or not in there, in a bucket, and like for a couple, like maybe a minute, if that. To help, but it is just not helping. So this guy has ick. It's honestly gotten a little better. I may add more glassfish, or I may just do like some like larger fish to kind of take over this aquarium, or just have it a strictly flounder aquarium. Now we have 4 flounders in here. These are not the true freshwater flounders, obviously, because this is a brackish aquarium. I have the sticks in there to make it mimic a mangrove canal or an estuary with mangroves, or whatever you'd like to call it. Eventually I will get a mangrove tree for here, which will be coming this week. There is 4 nearite snails in here. And don't freak out because nearite snails are freshwater or whatever, because nearite snails are actually able to tolerate all the way up to full saltwater salinity. Now this salinity right here is at 1.008. And I have a batch mixing right there that's 1.010. They like fluctuations because in the estuaries where they actually live, the water salinity is constantly changing. So I am going to go ahead and do a water change on this brackish tank, and I will show you guys how I do this. Okay guys, I just used my refractometer, the portable refractometer, to test the salinity of my saltwater mixer over there. The salinity is just a little bit higher than what I was kind of hoping for. I had it at 1.0 or 1.010 the other day, and I must have added a little more salt, thinking I was mixing it for saltwater, because the salinity is just a little bit lower than 1.015, which is fine actually, because I'm just going to do a little 20% water change on this brackish tank, and this will just higher the salinity just a little bit. I have done a couple full salinity, full saltwater salinities in this tank, because they, like I said, they love fluctuations in the salinity because these are brackish fish. So I'm going to add 20% of this water into there after I do a little bit of 20% water change. And what I do is I don't use a siphon because I don't want to mess up my carpet or anything up here. So I just kind of scoop up a bucket and am very careful about. I usually set something down so it doesn't leak all over the carpet and everything, because I don't want to ruin my carpet even though it's water. But we're going to go ahead and show you how I do the water change, which is just with a simple siphon, and we will go from there, guys. Alright guys, for my water change, I'm just doing a simple siphon. You can get this at Petco for like $15. Lots and lots of people always text me or ask me why I don't have a python. I've always thought about doing that, but our sinks are not capable of screwing onto one of those Python things, or I definitely would, because those would make life so much easier. But for right now, I got windows on each side of my room and one out in the middle room over here. So what I do is I fill up this bucket like 3/4 of the way, open a window, and slowly dump it off the roof. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this 20% water change on the Brackish tank. Alright guys, so we have it 20% down, and what I'm going to do, I have to change one of the filter cartridges in this. So before I do that, I'm going to fill it all the way back up. So what I do is I dip this into the mixer container. And take a decent amount of water out of it, and then wipe it off. The bottom of it off at least, so it doesn't drip on the carpet or anything. And then I slowly walk it across here and dump it into the aquarium as softly as I can. Try to dump it on this too, because I don't want to mix with the sand very well and stress the fish out miraculously. And then it will get murky if you mix up the sand obviously and stuff, which isn't an effect to the fish or anything, but it just makes the aquarium look so much better if you usually have a rock in there to dump the water straight onto. Unless you are using a siphon, then you usually don't have a problem with that. But me, I am not using a siphon to refill my tank. So I usually put 2 buckets in, like I just did, because that's usually about 20% of the water. And then obviously the water will look dirty right after you do a water change, because you stirred up the bottom and everything. But it will clear up relatively quickly if you have a nice filter, which I do, and I'm very blessed for it. And that completes the water change right there. I spilled just a hair, and I really just found a bumblebee goby that I did not think was still alive. There's one more bumblebee goby left in there. Now I did spill a little bit of water on the front of the tank, which I will wipe off. But other than that, I will show you this tank after I have it all ready to go. It's pretty much done right now. I'm just going to clean up the front of this tank so I'll make the glass a little more clear. And we're going to talk a little bit more about these fish. Alright guys, we are back after the water change here. And we're going to give you a close-up about what all I actually have in here. I did not realize we still had a bumblebee left in here. We got a flounder on the glass there. Flounder right there. And then we got the night gobies hanging out. And then the glassfish, obviously you can tell he has a little ick. Well, actually a lot of ick. I've been treating this tank too like a normal tank, but sometimes there's another flounder right there. And there's 4 flounders in here if I didn't say that already. But I have literally pretty much done everything I could for that poor glassfish. I do keep giving it glass baths and everything. And that bumblebee goby is getting hunted down by this night goby. The bumblebee goby is sitting right up there. And it looks like we're about to watch a death. Maybe not. Goby may have given up. But anyways, I just want to give you a rundown of everything we have in here. We got the flounders, the glassfish, the night gobies, and I didn't know we had another. Here's another flounder. I did not know we had another bumblebee goby left in here. Obviously, you can tell these night gobies are fat and they've been chowing on them. So what I will do is eventually I will get rid of those night gobies. And I'm trying to decide whether to do some small archer fish in here and lower the water level just a little bit or something. We'll figure it all out. I have plenty of other ideas. I even thought of a snowflake moor eel or whatever. But there's just lots of other things I could do with the brackish tank, even some mono angelfish. So that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this video. I just kind of wanted to give you a rundown on my new Brackish tank. I haven't done a video on this yet. I've had it way before I had the saltwater set up. We'll talk about that later in the next video. But other than that, I kind of just wanted to give you a quick rundown of my new Brackish tank. I've had this set up for almost a month now, which is kind of insane. I love this tank more than like probably any of my other tanks, which eventually this tank is going to be my star attraction, obviously. But other than that, that's going to wrap it up for the Brackish tank video. Well, guys, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the introduction to my Brackish aquarium. If you have any questions about a Brackish aquarium or how to set one up, let me know. I will help you along the way. I know a lot about Brackish tanks and Brackish fish. Obviously, I wasn't very smart on putting the night gobies in with the bumblebee gobies. I knew that was going to be iffy from the start. Other than that, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to be the fish, and we'll see you next time. Peace!